I met Diamond on this app called POF. It started as a one-night stand, and it became a relationship. We thought about planning a baby, and we planned the baby out where she found out she was pregnant. So during that whole time she was pregnant, I didn't hear from her. Didn't hear about a doctor's appointment, didn't hear anything about the baby till the day before she was supposed to have it. And the only reason I'm having doubts and the only reason I'm here is because her family told me I need to go get a DNA test. Then when I brought it to her attention, she instantly got mad and wanted to cut me out the baby life, didn't want me nowhere near the baby, saying I'm a deadbeat and that I'm not doing anything for the child at all. So I'm really just here to find out whether or not the baby's mine. Before she got pregnant, she had an ex come over to the house. And I was in the house. I went outside to go get her. She said when she came back in the house, if you hadn't came outside, I would have got the McDonald's from my ex for sure. She would have ended up sleeping with him just for McDonald's. He spent the night from the time he came over to about 5, 6 in the morning, just up in the house drunk. And so I'm not going to sleep because I'm thinking if I go to sleep, something between them is gonna happen. So I end up staying up all night till he crashes on the couch. She still has the same app that we met each other on. Now, she told me that when we got together, she deleted it. But while I'm at her house, I see messages pop up on her phone. We agreed we were gonna delete it, and I did. Diamond's the one that lied.
Is there any chance that Tyreek is not the father?
No, sir, it's not.
100%?
Yes.
Okay. Do you ever see you and Tyreek maybe getting back together?
No, sir. I will co-parent with him, but I want you to be there for your child. As far as me and you, I don't contact you now. So what makes you think if you were to not to be my baby's daddy, or even, what makes you think I would contact you anyway?
I don't know why you over here on me about I'm not there for the baby. I said I was gonna go see the baby on Thanksgiving, but I had to work. I couldn't take off.
You did not say you had to work.
I couldn't take off.
What did you say?
I had to work from 6 to 12.
What did you tell me?
I told you that I would be down there for Thanksgiving.
Forget all that.
I told you I would be there for Thanksgiving.
What did you tell me?
I would be there for Thanksgiving.
What did you tell me?
I told you I'd
be
there for Thanksgiving.
You a lie. You said, oh, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna see her for Thanksgiving. I told you that friend you brought to the hospital around my child was not welcome.
Has to take me.
That is not.
If she can't take me, I can't see the baby.
I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
I could grant you a wish. You could be the father or not the father, and you want me to grant you to be the father.
Yes.
Yikes.
That's it.
And I only say it because, I mean, this is not going anywhere, right?
The thing is, if this child is mine, this is the one good thing that I've done, and I can actually do something with it. I can actually put I can put all of my good into the child.
And the only thing I want to say to that is you're so young, you have your whole life in front of you, you can do a lot of good. So just keep that in mind. Tyreek, you came here to take a DNA test, and the results of that DNA test, Tyreek, is that you are the father.
Back up.
Stupid. That is stupid.
Okay.
That is stupid.
Okay.
That's stupid.
It's over. It's over.
And you ain't mad.
Hey. Don't make her make you look like a because you're a good kid. Don't let her do that, okay? Be a bigger man, all right?
Okay. That's stupid.
All right? Okay. You're making a tough situation worse, okay?
How am
you
I
are.
making it
Because
worse?
you shouldn't put your hands on him, okay? You don't have that right to do that.
I'll do it for baby girl. What about that baby? Okay.
You know, he's going to have to be her father. And don't you want the father in your daughter's life?
Yes, I want him to see her and come get her and be with her. As far as me and him, I don't have nothing to say to him. This right here is ridiculous.
But why? What is your anger towards him?
Because you sitting here, how do you, first of all, whether it's my family, your family, Willie Fufu family, you don't let people, can I come to you and tell you that your child is not yours? Okay. And I come out the woodwork, I don't know you and your wife from a bag of chips.
No, you're right. But see, there's a big difference here, okay? He was a 20-year-old guy. You weren't married. you barely knew each other. So there are going to be doubts. You can't compare it to somebody who got married, planned on having kids, brought, you know, there from day one. Let me tell you something. If you would have caught me when I was 20 years old and some woman would have told me that she was pregnant by me, I'd have the same doubts that young man has right now, okay? He's not doing anything wrong. He seems like a decent young guy. And what do you want to do? You want to hit him, piss him off, push him away so he's not involved in your daughter's life? Because that's exactly what's going to happen by your behavior. Is that really what you want for your daughter?
Yeah.
I want to find out if I'm the father of Cassandra's 3-month-old baby. Last year, me and Cassandra had a thing. She got pregnant. Now we're here. Owen is Cassandra's husband. Owen says he's a father to the baby. Me and Owen were best friends. I'm 100% sure it's my baby. It's got my ears, it's got my eyes, it's got my lips, it's got my facial structure. In my heart, I know he's my baby. If I am the father, I'm going to take custody of my child. I'm going to change my son's name to my last name and everything because he's named after Owen. And I don't want another person fathering my son. The worst part about this whole thing is that I grew up without a father, so I know how it is to not have your father in your life and not know who your father is. And today they will see that I'm the father and I'm ready to be a father to this little boy.
How did your best friend ended up sleeping with your wife?
Well, we got into an argument, you know, and we needed some time apart. We split up for a week. I left state. I came back. She came and told me that, you know, when we got back together, she's like, you know, I did sleep with Josh.
In a week's time?
Yeah, in a week's time. We were together for 2 years.
So you break up or you separate for a week, and not only does she sleep with somebody else, but she sleeps with your best friend.
My best friend, someone I had working for me, someone I gave a job to, someone that lived with me, somebody I took care of. You know, he was like my brother to me, more or less my best friend.
You ain't no father, bro. I'm the father, dog.
No, you're not, bro.
Bro,
you ain't nobody.
You ain't gonna tell me, bro.
You're a piece of bro. Look at you.
I'm the father, dog.
Look at you.
Plain out simple, bro. I don't care what. Win this DNA test, and I say win this DNA test says I'm the father.
It ain't
I am
gonna matter.
here as a man.
In
I'm
6 months
stepping
in
up
a
like
year,
a man.
you ain't gonna do
I came
nothing.
a long ways to
You
do
just
this.
acting like
this
this
is my
because you
damn
wanna
son,
be
bro.
him.
You
You
ain't
just
taking
part of the family.
So you're saying if the baby is Josh, you want Josh to be a full-time father?
He has the right to be a father, but Owen's going to be the baby's father because he's been here for the baby for the past 3 months. He was there for me for the 9 months
I'm
that...
gonna continue being.
Has Josh, because he believes he's the father, has he given you anything like money?
He
food?
bought him clothes
He bought him some clothes
and diapers.
and some diapers? Well, that was nice of him, right?
Yeah.
And your feelings towards Josh are?
I don't have none.
Not even sexual?
No.
Nothing?
No. I do care about him because he gave me a handsome little boy.
You don't believe that it's your husband's?
No. To be honest, I don't.
And I mean, I'm not a DNA, I'm not a baby expert, okay? But there is one characteristic that makes it look like he might be a father, right? I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna find out the results. There has to be lines in your life that you won't cross. Certain lines, and especially as men. And
He
you know,
makes me seem like the bad person. He cheated
I'm not
on me
even
the day
talking about.
He
I'm not
cheated on me
even
the day
talking
before our
about you.
wedding.
I'm not even talking about. We'll get to that in a second. But here's a guy that your husband's doing a lot for, being his friend, helping him out, and then he sleeps with
That's
his girl.
between them two, though, not me.
But that's what I'm saying. If you would end up with a guy like that, that's the kind of man you'd be with. There'd be no lines in the sand that he wouldn't cross. You know what I mean?
True.
He'd do anything. He'd steal. He'd screw people over. He'd do whatever. And that's the kind of man you want to be the father of your child? No. Oh, who'd you sleep with? Yeah, but just like you said, he was sleeping with her before,
He told
right?
me the reason he did it because he didn't know he wanted to be with me, so he had to find out by cheating.
You guys got married
Lisa
too.
wasn't her best friend, right?
You know what?
Don't forget you got women
Even
when I
at
was
a young age,
babysitter.
if you cannot be monogamous with each other, you should not be married. You should have never got married. You got married for all the wrong reasons. Okay. Who's Owen? You're Owen, right?
Yep.
You're not the father. Any chance that anybody else
No.
could be the father?
No.
I mean, 2 weeks was a long time.
No.
All right, Josh, you are the father.
It don't mean
Now I'm
nothing,
going
bro.
to get my
It
rights.
don't mean nothing.
Now I'm going to get my rights to my son.
Okay.
He said before the DNA results that if he was the father, he was going to take custody of the child.
There's no way he'll get custody.
Well, I
Look at
know
his
that,
past.
but I'm just, I wanted to know.
He can have visitations, but he will not get custody. I will make sure of that.
We'll see.
Yeah, I would lay my money on them.
Okay, lay your money on them.
I'm going to. How is this going to affect your relationship? Because it sounds like it's really rocky already. And I know you're probably a decent guy and you would treat all kids good. But this is a major thing. This guy's going to be coming over.
There's no reason he should have to.
Well, if
He's the
he's going to get
father.
some
It doesn't mean
visitation.
nothing. It doesn't mean nothing.
I know, but that's my point.
man. I
If a
don't
judge
have to.
says, yeah, he can come over and see his kid, how is that going to affect the two of you?
A lot.
Yeah. That's,
I see us getting a divorce.
unfortunately, it might almost be the best thing. I'm not saying that meanly. I'm saying you probably got married too young. One, the reason that you told me you got married, because trying to keep him away from the kid, that's not a reason to get married. You know, and if all you're doing is fighting and name calling and everything else, maybe it is time to move on and find somebody you want to treat that way. And as much as I don't like you, I hope that you do change your ways. I hope that you do be the best father that you can be to your son. Because that's the only important thing in life, is how good you raise your kids and how you make them turn out. I wish you all luck, and I really hope things work out for you. Good luck to you.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's gonna watch this and say, you know what, she was brave enough to do that, I can do that too. Can you relate to this story? Go to www.stevewilkos.com to get my help.